Hey guys, my name is Harry, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about how athletes can maximize more of their gains, which this aspect is kind of under talked about, and that is recovery. So with recovery, right, many people talk about foam rolling and maybe massage or some passive treatments to get the body more recovered in order to play better the next day or perform better. And I tend to do these few things as a routine nightly in order to maximize my sleep, so then I can recover better the next day for training my clients and defending against them as well. So once nighttime comes, once it's around 8 or 9 p.m., I start to actually wear these blue light glasses that I got from one of my friends, Oliver. He makes these blue light glasses in Asia and Hong Kong. There's not too much evidence about blue light glasses, like from what I heard about Andrew Huberman, but it does really help my eyes to ease off some of the tension that the blue light gives off from like phones. Even like from lights here, there's always going to be blue light around, blue wavelengths, so that actually just helps you remove some of that and reduce some of the light consumption into your eyes, so your eyes actually will start to tone down a little and make you a little bit more sleepy. But the best thing once nighttime comes is definitely dimming the lights around you in your surroundings if possible, so then your body just has that signal that it's about time to sleep. And the second thing for recovery during nighttime is that during dinner I'll eat a lot of carbs, and carbs are really good for reducing your cortisol, which is basically alert hormone for your body, and that kind of rises when you wake up in the morning and actually peaks during then, and it will slowly go back down as the day gradually decreases. But carbs will help you suppress that even more. And cortisol is not a bad hormone, don't get me wrong, it's a very important hormone for our bodies to wake up, be more alert, and once nighttime comes, it's just always a good signal to give some food to our body, and carbs is one of the best way to reduce that cortisol, so that you actually will feel sleepy around 90 minutes to 2 hours later. For the third point, following on the first one, dimming the room, is that I actually get a red light. Red light is actually really good for recovery and healing as well. There are some evidence and research about it, but I just tend to use it for the dimming purposes because there's no blue light within red light. What blue light actually does is that once your eyes kind of have that signal of the blue light, it tells the body that it's time to be awake because that is emitted from the sun. The sun emits blue light into it, but once it's nighttime comes, there's actually no blue light in the surroundings, like from the caveman times, from the ancient times. There's none of that. Usually there's only like a fire, and fire does not have any blue light. So that's why I try to eliminate as much blue light as possible in my room. Using a red light is actually a really good alternative. The fourth thing is getting your room cooler, so around 16 to 18 degrees, as well as having a room that is completely dark. I cannot say this enough to athletes, but getting your room to having these two requirements, such a better environment for you to sleep in. Sleeping in an area where there is not too much cars or honking that might disturb your sleep. Would actually use earplugs during my sleep. I use a sleep mask during my sleep to make sure no light hit into my eyes when I wake up. More of a natural body clock. And having the cool temperature room, it just makes it so much easier for your body to settle into sleep and some good quality of it. If you're wanting to learn more about sleep, Matthew Walker is a great guy to get onto with his podcast, with his book, to understand the importance of sleep and how we can maximize the benefits of it. And for the fifth thing, while I sleep, as mentioned before, I already use eye mask, and I use Manta sleep mask. That eye mask is actually one of the best I've found in terms of how it cuffs really softly onto your eyes. So it's perfect if your room is relatively bright or your windows or your curtains doesn't work as well. But on top of that, I actually use something which is like a mouth tape, just a tape right for your mouth here. It promotes nasal breathing. I give it up to most of my clients. Initially, in the first probably 2 to 4 weeks, your mouth tape keeps coming off during night because it's very uncomfortable, or you might just find yourself taking it on in the middle of the night. But at some point, your body will adapt and you'll be using your nose much more. And by using nasal breathing, it actually helps a lot with your body to getting back into the parasympathetic state. So that just means you're out of the fight or flight response and you're actually able to get some rest and digest into it. And many people in our world sleep with their mouth completely open, and that actually will dampen the quality of our sleep, as well as, of course, having maybe bad breaths or having your jaws actually not as sharpened. And this is a bonus point, but if you're having kids or babies, very important to have mouth taping, or just try to put your finger onto the mouth so that they just promote nasal breathing as much as possible. And that actually helps with the jaw lines quite a bit. And finally, everything that I've been talking about for today with recovery is that sleep and food is the most important thing to get your recovery better. Not the amount of foam rolling, not the amount of sauna that you do, not the amount of cryotherapy, massages, I don't know. Like those passive treatments, They will be helpful, but don't get away from the main thing that works, which is sleep and eating. And on top of eating, I want to give you guys some tips on supplements in order to maximize sleep a little bit better. What I take are magnesium, right? Magnesium is super important for muscle relaxation. Preston Green and Charles Poliquin, they are huge on that. And I actually learned that from them, from their blogs, from their podcast, that, magnesium is one of the most efficient minerals in the human body because you can't really get it from food. So if you're trying to go for muscle relaxation, magnesium glycinate is perfect for it. Magnesium L-threonate is great for sleep. And usually at night as well, I might take some ashwagandha. That helps with just getting your recovery a little bit better, your sleep a little better. I think it might help with testosterone levels as well. So those were the 6 quick things that I wanted to just go through in terms of the recovery process. Of course, there is definitely much more to it, but these 6 things, I think that was a really, really good routine that you can do immediately already. You can get these supplements. You can just get these things from Amazon, HKTV Mall, depending on where you're at, and maximize on your recovery. That's how you do it.